Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Madness, madness, they call it madness. Madness, madness, they call it madness.
Global warming or climate change is happening. Mankind's efforts aren't helping matters, although they may not be instigating it. But
well, the scientists say they are.
Well, OK, we'll beg to differ on that.
Well, let's stop right there then, because that's the thing that interests me most. In what other areas do you beg to differ with science? What about when you're ill and you go to the doctors?
No, I'm not contradicting science. I mean, climate change is a natural phenomenon.
No, but you see, the scientists say it isn't, Mike. So I'm not going to patronise you by asking what your qualifications are, but I'm going to ask where you get your information from.
Well, by mere virtue of the fact of history, at once upon a time we used to skate on the Thames and we used to go out there to grow grapes. So
because the Thames froze over, you think the scientists have got climate change wrong?
No, they haven't.
So
no,
what then? No. Where do you get your information from? I'm genuinely fascinated to know, because I can't really agree to disagree until I understand.
That's not what I wanted to say.
No, but that's what I need you to say. So it's not because the Thames froze over. What was the other thing? Because we used to grow grapes.
Yeah,
so because we used to grow grapes here, climate science is wrong.
No, climate science isn't wrong.
So it is man-made then?
What mankind is doing isn't helping matters.
Yes.
I wouldn't go as far as to say we are actually instigating it.
But the science does, you see. And while the science can be wrong, it can only really be superseded by better science. So you could say to me, well, I've studied this, that and the other, and it's a bit like Galileo explaining that the Earth revolves around the sun, not the other way around. The whole world thought he was wrong, but he had a telescope and he could show you that it was true. So where do you get your confidence from that the scientists have got everything wrong?
I'm not saying the scientists are wrong.
You are, mate, because you're saying that it's not instigated by humanity, and they're saying that it is. So we're not arguing. We're just picking over your words and your sources. Where do you get your information from?
Well, you will have one lot of scientists saying it is, and one lot of scientists saying it isn't.
Exactly. So where are the ones? Where are the ones who are saying that it isn't? Who's your favourite?
I can't name them.
Well, how do you know they exist?
Well, because you read their blogs.
Where did you read their blogs?
Online in certain papers.
And their names?
I don't know.
But you're sure they're scientists?
Scientists that are saying it is.
You're sure they're scientists? Because they would generally publish research papers. They wouldn't be writing blogs for newspaper websites.
Well, no, but I mean...
So if I just said, give me one name of someone that when I say, here's the science... And remember, the question I'm asking is not why don't you believe the scientists, it's what's the worst that could happen if we trusted the experts? And you say, well, hang on, here's another expert. Who would you name?
I couldn't.
So why are you on the radio?
Yeah, but I couldn't even name an expert who's saying it does.
But why are you on the radio?
Well, the point I'm making is that whatever we try to do, it's got to be a global effort. It's no good, But
why do you need to make a global effort if it's not created by humans?
It needs to be a global effort.
But what do you mean by that? If it's not created by humans, a global effort to do what?
I didn't say that. I said it's not necessarily instigated by humans.
Yes, so what would a global effort achieve if humans haven't instigated it?
If we all pull our weight across the globe, and I'm talking about like China, India, Russia, the big polluters...
So you do think that humans create climate change, then?
We're not helping matters.
So we do create it?
We're not helping matters.
OK, Mike. Look, before you go, my friend, Happy New Year. And any chance of naming one person who I can read up on who refutes the scientific consensus?
No, the next time I come on, I'll give one, all right.
And finally, you get your information. I mean, you've mentioned blogs, and you don't need to name anybody. Just sort of one little clue as to where you get your confidence from, because you're on national radio, and I'm grateful for your call, and I love you like a brother, but you're talking about Australia is currently on fire. I'm saying trust the scientists. You're saying don't because of this guy or this site or website or blog. So just, can you give us something, one source, one clue?
Not at this time, but I will.
OK, Mike. Well, thanks for ringing in. And there it is. And conclusive proof, not necessarily intentionally, that it doesn't matter. Mike is there, paid up, convinced, utterly unable to name any source, not making any Brexit parallels here whatsoever. But why? What is it about humankind that rejects science, evidence. Even if it turned out to be wrong, what's the worst that could happen?